So in this video, I'm going to discuss the disadvantages or dangers, I should say, of carrying just a single passport, right? A lot of people just have one citizenship. But when you have a single passport, you're really a subject of the state, right? Not just inside your country, you're subject to whatever rules or regulations the state or your nation has. A couple of examples. Few people are bothered by the citizenship-based taxation, whether it's right or wrong is irrelevant. It's the law of the state, you have to follow it. A second example would be equal rights for women. A classic example is Saudi Arabia, where women were criminally prosecuted for driving before 2018. Now, rather than discussing whether your country is right, wrong, you blatantly have to follow. You're subject to all those rules and regulations inside your country. That's the first thing. The second thing is you're also subject to certain rules and regulations outside your country for being a citizen of that country. Let's say whatever happens, your country decides to pull you back. They can extradite you from wherever you are, your residencies, your temporary, permanent, whatever. That's not going to stop it. They have jurisdiction or control over you as their citizen, so they can always request you back. The second thing is your passport can be cancelled. Now, famously or infamously, a lot of countries have talked about this. Some countries cancel your passports in certain circumstances. If you just have one passport, and if your passport is cancelled, they control your travel. Passports have to be renewed on time, so it's completely under the control of a certain government. Now, the country also has control over your monies, your assets, your net worth. Everything is also directly or indirectly under the control of your country of citizenship, of the country of which passport you carry. So you might not be living in that country, but just for carrying the passport, and it's just a single one that you have to go back and report all your assets, your bank accounts, your properties, and all those kind of things. Now, you might think that it's unfair for you to go and report your assets outside to your home country government, but if that's the law, then that's the legal stuff you got to follow, right? So if you have a single passport, then you're subject to those rules and regulations. Now, certain countries, no matter how many you have, you still have to follow the law. You have to follow their laws, and you still have to keep reporting. Now, when you have multiple passports, right, you have multiple options. You're not in control of a single state. Let's say they want you back, but you're in the country of your other citizenship. They can't get you back that easily because you're also a citizen of a different country. Maybe the laws are in conflict, right? Something that you do in the other country of your citizenship is perfectly legal, which could be illegal in your home country. So you got to be mindful of where you are at. So as long as you're in their lands, so something that's done in their land is seen as legal. So you have complete protection over there. Let's say you have your assets located in the country of your second citizenship. You have a certain level of protection in that country. You not only have your assets there, but you have full rights and full protections as a citizen of that second country. In today's complex environment with so many new rules, regulations, laws, it's very easy to make mistakes, right? Sometimes they're innocent mistakes, and sometimes the states make mistakes, right? There's mistaken identity, there's mistaken lawsuits. Sometimes it's a criminal state or it's a terrorist state. Maybe they're doing financial terrorism. Maybe you're trying to flee persecution, right, for incorrect rules, right? A lot of countries have anti-gay laws, right? If you're a gay, you could be criminally prosecuted for doing certain acts. When you have access to multiple passports or multiple citizenships, you have different rules, set of rules to play with. You have different jurisdictions to diversify. You have multiple jurisdictions to file your lawsuits. It gives you a legal advantage. It gives you tax advantages. So the list of advantages is endless. And something very, very important is, let's say you have a remote business, right? A business that you can move. It's all online. In those circumstances, more than ever before, I think it's critical to have that second, third, or even fourth passport. A lot of people in our domain within the RCBI who are regulars, who are deeply interested in this topic, at least look for 3 citizenships. That is the bare minimum. And crazy fanatics would look for more. They would look for 4, 5, 6. And yes, it's possible. There are multiple ways, multiple avenues to get those many citizenships. Now, if you have missed my video on the 6 ways of obtaining multiple citizenships, you can always return and take a look at this video. It has details on all the different ways. Maybe you're aware of one or two, but there are literally 6 ways you can obtain multiple citizenships. What are some of the good citizenships that you can look at? I think some of the very solid ones that can realistically be obtained are Cambodia, Turkey, Egypt, Jordan, in that region, right, in the Middle East or that African region. You also have South Africa and Mauritius that you can acquire. They have programs. And then you have Laos, which is a top favorite amongst Chinese applicants. Cambodia and Laos are really popular in that region. Russians also looking at these options of late. Then you also have Russia. Now, I don't recommend the Russian option because of the situation that's going on. Whenever there's an active conflict, my perspective is always wait and watch. Don't jump into it. Take your call once everything goes back to normal. If you look at Latin America, there's a lot of options, plenty of options over there. You have Mexico, you have Argentina is a good one. Brazil is a very good one. You have some options in Chile, some ways where you can get that residency and then work yourself towards that citizenship. The big thing with Chile, it's one of the best passports that's available in the world. The only downside is that you have to put in your time on the ground, do some minimum physical presence over there for 5 years, and then obtain your Chile citizenship. Now, what's also substantially powerful is the Mexican passport. I think it's at par with the Chile passport once you add the APEC privileges, which is exclusively available to the Mexican citizens amongst a few other countries. And we have our attorneys across Mexico. We can easily get you started. We have one of the fastest processes for Mexico. And that's the reason we save our clients a lot of monies and headaches in spending weeks in hotels, right? Our process works really fast with our attorneys and we do it legally. We have legal ways of speeding up things. We don't work on anything that's shady or anything under the table. That's a big no-no. If you have a program offering you a quick passport, run away. It might be quick initially, later on it will come and bite you and haunt you big time. So don't fall for any programs that are not legal. Apart from that, then you have Peru. There are a couple of options in Peru. And then one of the other big options is Dominican Republic. Again, something that can be worked. It's not the strongest of the passports, but I still feel a citizenship is a citizenship. And Dominican Republic is a hot favorite for a lot of people. It's a useful citizenship in Central Americas. And then you obviously have some other CBI options. Now, I don't like some of the CBI options. You really want solid, real good countries. And when I say solid, real good, I'm talking about bigger countries, known countries, mainland countries, we can actually realistically go and live there or enter there, get some real protections, and not small tiny pieces of lands which may be directly or indirectly under the Western control. I'm not saying it doesn't work. A lot of people actually get those for various reasons. It all depends upon your reason. I'm not criticizing any particular CBI. Some are really good options and they work for some people. The other couple of great options are Paraguay and Ecuador in Central Americas, and we have attorneys in most of these places, multiple attorneys in some cases. So you can always click the link in the description, book a call with us. We can discuss what's the best one for you to get started immediately and get you started with the option of your choice. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you've missed on some of the disadvantages of having just a single passport, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and catch you in the next one.